You know how the earth makes a northern tilt in the year and then a southern tilt. 2 halves of the year, the earth just takes a tilt towards north for 6 months and then takes a tilt towards the south. Then making the zone of Cancer and the zone of Capricorn possible. In between, creating the majority of the reactions between organic and inorganic. So, it is symbolized by the ancients by a wonderful picture which we now use as the sign of Cancer. This is a symbol of the reversible reactions of the round of year, which starts from Aries and ends with Pisces. You have June 22nd, the one tilt. December 22nd, the another northern tilt, called solstices. We call them the summer solstice and the winter solstice. They create a zone around the equator. Within that zone, the maximum fauna and flora of the organic kingdom takes place. Let it be vegetation, trees, plants, animals, worms, germs, birds, fishes. Maximum you will find there. As you approach the poles, you will see that it becomes less and less. Not that the polar regions are not fertile. We should understand things in a right perspective. Then only we can understand the next step. Let it be in astrology or scripture or yoga or anything. This does not mean that only the belly part of the lady earth is reproductive. But what they mean is the head, that is head center of the earth, which we call the Sahasrara of the earth, and the base center of the earth, which we call the Muladhara of the earth, with the axis of rotation of the earth as the vertebral column of the earth. This is one of the major keys given in this scripture. See, how is it the wonderful idea came to our mind that we should have a vertebral column? It is not our idea. Because the earth is rotating on its own axis, the advanced beings on this earth are given a correspondence to each. That is what we call the vertebral column. This is according to the law of correspondences. See, there is a spindle center, the axis of the earth, the axis of rotation. That spindle model gave the wonderful idea to the earth. One fine day, the earth felt that it would be fine if we provide a similar center to all these fellows, human beings. They will enjoy. And let it be the spinal column. So God said, let there be spinal column. This is what we call the science of correspondence. Only one example. Here, this part is reproductive. And these parts are liberative. That is, the individual consciousness reaches the planetary consciousness, and then the solar consciousness, and then the cosmic consciousness through these two centers. In the middle chakras of the earth, we live in this world with objective consciousness. Through the top chakra and the base chakra of the earth, we get the consciousness of liberation. Otherwise, how is it that the human being could have the fine, wonderful idea of liberation? See, we can't get ideas by ourselves. It is only the behavior part of the human psychology that imparts the human fellow the ideas. These ideas do not belong to us, but they belong to the nature, a part of which is human nature, and we get only human ideas. It's all a wonderful drama that is going on. So, these parts are reproductive, and these parts are liberative. That is, from spirit to matter, we are brought here within this belt. From matter to spirit, we are made to awaken through the polar consciousnesses. That's why they are not reproductive or generative. Not that they are bad. Of course, this is one key given in the scriptures about the science of correspondences. Many advanced secrets about the science of correspondence are given in every scripture. But our head reels when they are directly given. Therefore, they give in the form of wonderful stories. Here is the longest night. They called this the blind old man in the scriptures. Longest night in Sanskrit scriptures they call it Girkhatamas. That means the endless blindness. The old man who is born blind. So this solstice is symbolized by an old man born blind, but who knows everything. Now they have to explain us many things about the equinoxes, precession of the equinoxes, the shifting of the poles, the shifting of the equator, and the change of the climate, equatorial and polar, and as a result, the going down of the continents into the oceans and coming up of new continents from the oceans, they have to explain with this key. That's why they said this blind old man had his wife and children who wanted to kill him. Then they start a story. The story contains all this formula. So they have tied him to a log of wood and thrown him into a river which is flowing.